Samanta Cakkavalesu Atraha Gaccantu Devata Sandhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadam Dhammasavana Kalo Ayam Badanta Dhammasavana Kalo Ayam Badanta Dhammasavana Kalo Ayam Badanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Jara Dhammo Nijarang Anatitoti Abinhan Pacchavikitambang Vyadi Dhammo Nivyading Anatitoti Abinhan Pacchavikitambang Marana Dhammo Nimaranang Anatitoti Abinhan Pacchavikitambang Sambe pihi mana pihi nana bhavo vina bhavoti abinhan pacchavikitambang kammassakon hi kammadayado kammapatisarano yang kammang karissami kalyanan va Papakanva tassadayado bhavissami ti abinhan pacchavikitambang ittiyava purisena va gahattena va pabbajitena vati. Okay, may the Triple Gem bless you, dear Dhamma friends. Here we are going to discuss about a very special doctrine in Buddhism. It says the karmic law, the karma and vipaka. In Buddha's language in Pali we say it karma and vipaka. Karma means action that we do with consciousness. And vipaka means results. The actions, results. This is a very special doctrine in Buddhism. You know, when we discuss Buddhism, there are special teachings in Buddhism, such as, about karma and Four Noble Truths and dependent origination, impermanence, and Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path. These are the main doctrines in Buddhism. Little by little, we improve our knowledge. We develop our knowledge in these areas. Okay. First of all, I would like to explain some fundamental doctrines in Buddhism, because now you are a newcomer. Okay. At the bottom level, we should have a knowledge about the Triple Gem. Last time we have discussed it, but I would like to discuss it again. The Triple Gem. Have you heard about Triple Gem? Yes, very good. Triple means three, gem means the valuable thing. We mostly consider the material valuable things, but here we discuss about the spiritual valuable things, which cannot be stolen by a person, which is never destroyed. That is very important. Material gems can be destroyed, can be stolen anytime, anybody. But these spiritual gems cannot be stolen, cannot be destroyed. And the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha. Buddha means, first Triple Gem is Buddha. Buddha means not only Buddha's physical body, But we consider here Buddha's noble enlightenment, his understanding, his wisdom. That is the first thing we consider as Buddha. Buddha means Buddha's noble understanding, his wisdom, his understanding. The Dhamma means what he explained to the world, his message. And what he explained to the world, what Buddha explained to the world, what is his teaching, what he taught to the world, what he taught us. Yes, one day Buddha explained, I explained to the world only two things. Those are the suffering and the cessation of suffering. On the other hand, sometimes we don't like to discuss about suffering. On the other hand, he explained the happiness and how we attain to the happiness, the path for the happiness. He explained only two. Although there are a lot of doctrines in Buddhism, but all of them can be included into these both. Suffering and the cessation of suffering. That is his teaching, the Dhamma. The Sangha means, who is the Sangha? What is the Sangha? Yes, Buddha's noble disciples. Not only monks, but even you who practice this message and who are on the path of liberation by practicing Buddha's message, they are Sangha. Here especially the Dhamma, when we consider Dhamma we mostly say that Buddhism or Buddha's message. But Buddha explained, I explained to the world reality. Buddha says, whether a Buddha appears or not in the world, this reality is forever. This is the world reality. We respect to the Buddha because he discovered this message by himself and he preached this message to the world kindly. That is why we say to it as Buddhism or Buddha's message. But Buddha says, this message doesn't belong even to the Buddha. This is a discovery. This is not a creation. This is a discovery. You know the difference between discovery and creation? Creation means we can create something which was not before, like this house, like your car. Those are the things which are creations. But there are some things in the world which are discoveries, such as water, oil, salt. Those are the things. Those are discoveries. Gems, jewelries, iron. We can create them. They are the natural things. We discover them. Buddha's message also like that. Buddha explained this message from generation to generation who appears in the world as Buddhas. They discovered this message and they enlighten practicing this message and also they guide to the world preaching this message. This is the Buddha's message and the Sangha means Buddha's noble disciples. First of all, we may have some kind of confidence or faith at the very beginning on this path. You know, it is not a very full confidence or it is not a blind faith. It is not a blind faith. It is some kind of confidence. You know, everybody should have a confidence when we do something. When you go to a college, you have a confidence about the teachers. And when you drive your car, you have confidence that this car has some kind of security or safety. And when you eat something, you have some kind of confidence this food has no poison. When you drink something, there also you have some kind of confidence. When you go to a doctor, you have some kind of confidence. You never check his certificate. Huh? With the confidence, you take some medicine. But sometimes you see his qualifications on the wall as certificate. But you never go to the university to check it. We have some kind of confidence. On the other hand, when you, about your birth certificate, your birthday, how do you believe it? Huh? Do you remember about your birthday? No. We have confidence about the certificate. How do you believe your parents? Did you check your DNA self? No, we believe in confidence. Everywhere actually we have some kind of confidence. In this path also, at the very beginning we may have some kind of confidence about Buddha's enlightenment and his teachings and his noble disciples. With the condition, little by little, when we go forward, when we go forward, our confidence little by little growing up, and also finally on the top level we remove the confidence. Then we have full experience. We should have not a faith on the top level. When you start a journey where you didn't go first, and with a map you have confidence, until to the destination you have confidence. When you go to the destination, you should have a confidence of faith. Now you have experience. Our understanding also like that. In the bottom level, we have some kind of confidence. With the confidence, we go forward practicing qualities in our life, especially practice in our mind. And when we go on the path, we have the results. Buddha's message is very clear. This message, it is well explained, swakato, well expounded, and immediate results. We can see the results. And we can say anybody to come and see it, ehipasika. And also this should be realized by your wife. These are the qualities of the Buddha. And little by little, here, with the confidence of triple gems, then we develop our understanding. It says in Buddhism, sammaditthi, or right view, or right understanding. That is a very important thing. Right view, right vision, right understanding that where we are going to, what happens to our life. How do we develop this understanding? How do we achieve this understanding, right understanding? By listening this message. When we listening to this message again and again, our understanding, our vision is going to be clear. And sammaditthi also very important. Sammaditthi in Buddha's language in Pali. Buddha's language Pali. In Pali it says sammaditthi. Samma means correct. Ditti means vision or view or understanding. How do we generate this right understanding? By listening this message and with wise reflection, yoniso manasikara. There are two things we should have when we listening to this message. Listening to this message and wise reflection, wise investigation, we should have full awareness. And we should have reflection about this message. And little by little, we go forward with the sammaditthi, we develop our knowledge. It says in Buddhism as wisdom or intelligence. This is the intelligence or wisdom. It also can be divided into two. I think you can remember last week we discussed about these things, but I say it again for your understanding. With the sammaditthi, we may have both wisdoms, both intelligences. That our knowledge, our vision, our understanding can be divided into two. What they are? One of them is the knowledge of karmic law. About the karmic law. Karmic law means that when we do something with consciously, we will have the same result. When we do something with wicked mind, with polluted mind, we will have the bad results. If we do something with pure mind, physically, verbally or mentally, we will have the fruitful results, good results. This is the first understanding according to Sammaditthi, by listening Buddha's message. As much as we have this knowledge, little by little we go forward with the knowledge of karmic law. When we go forward with the understanding of karmic law, what happens to us? In one side, we try to avoid negative deeds in our life, evil. We try to avoid evil in our life because we know very well when we do something with polluted mind, wicked mind, we will have the bad results. If we have this knowledge, we don't like to get the result of negative results. Then we try to avoid negative deeds such as ill will, anger, big attachment, jealousy, greed. Those are the things which disturb our peace of mind. These are like enemies. We don't give a space to these enemies in our mind. Because we have awareness, we have understanding, we don't give any chance to them to live in our mind. That is the first thing that we do because we don't like getting suffering. We try to get rid of suffering. That is why, as much as we have this understanding, we have full awareness about our mind. And the second thing is that not only avoiding evil, but we try to positive thoughts, positive deeds, good deeds in our life, physically, verbally and mentally. We try to keep our mind pleasant, calm and quiet every moment. You know very well, according to this knowledge, if we do something with pure mind, we will have the fruitful results. When we have pure mind, we practice generosity, we practice morality, we practice meditation, we help others, we practice loving kindness, we do a lot of meritorious deeds as much as we have this knowledge. Buddha says, practicing good deeds means, or practicing merit means, decorating your mind. We decorate our mind, practicing good deeds. You know, when always you are generous, you are ready to offer something to others, you help your parents, it means you decorate your mind with good ideas. Then negative feelings, negative ideas don't come to your mind and disturb your mind. That is why Buddha says, if somebody develops meritorious deeds, it means he accumulates happiness. Practicing merit means accumulating, developing happiness. When we do these kind of things, we generate our good ideas in our mind, and also we have another idea, another understanding with this understanding of karmic law. You know, in the world, there are some people, they have some problems. Some problems we can control, but some problems can't control. What is the reason? There are many reasons about our negative feelings or negative experience, but one of the main reasons is that the effect of karmic law that we have done in our previous lives. If we have this understanding, we don't worry when we face some negative experience in our life. We are going to be silent with this understanding. Even Buddha, I explained an example last week. There was a prince named Vidudaba. Prince Vidudaba came and destroyed Buddha's relatives, Sakyavansa, in Kapilavatthu. Buddha tried to control it 3 times, but Buddha couldn't do it. 4th time, he did an effort. The 4th time, he went and destroyed hundreds of Buddha's relatives. Buddha also even Buddha couldn't control some karmic results. That is the nature. If we have this knowledge, in one way, we try to avoid negative feelings, negative actions. On the other hand, we try to generate positive ideas in our life. In the higher level, with this understanding of karmic law, when we face some problems in our day-to-day life, we don't worry. With this understanding, we generate our personality to face those problems with this understanding. Before these negative feelings, before this negative experience, we develop our personality, we develop our spirit with this knowledge, how we face to these problems, these challenges. This is the first understanding by listening Buddha's message. What is the second one? Second understanding that we accumulate from the Buddha's message, listening to Buddha's message. Yes, very good. Understanding of impermanence or dependent origination, or impermanence. This is the very special thing. In this knowledge, we can see in other religions too. Ever in the world, there were some good people, good religious leaders. They also have explained about this karmic law. But Buddhism has some kind of special things, differences. But generally, a lot of people in the world, they have explained about the karmic law. It is not the special doctrine in Buddhism, but this is the very special thing in Buddhism. It is the unique in Buddhism. Nobody has explained it. What is the impermanence? What is the dependent origination that Buddhism explains? If we have some kind of experience through our senses, we have 6 senses. Eye, ear, nose, like that. There are 6 senses. We get all experience through these 6 senses. When we get this experience, that experience arises in this moment. It doesn't come to the present from the past. It doesn't go to the future from the present. Our all experience that we have every moment arises and ceases at the moment. This is the world reality, whether we like or not, whether we believe or not. But because of ignorance, because of delusion, as soon as we think some kind of things that we have some experience in our life, our mind goes to the past quickly. But because of delusion, we don't have this awareness. When you think something, when you mention about mom, your mind goes to the past experience, how your man sit in the chair. But when you think about mom, you think that now I think my mom just present situation. But now I don't see our mom just now. I read my mind. This is the cause of suffering. When somebody has blamed you, as soon as you remember that person, what happens to you? You get angry. You are angry. Now he is meditating. Huh? But as soon as you think about that person, your mind goes to the past when he blamed you. Actually, now he is a better person than you. But as soon as we think that situation, our mind goes to the past very quickly because of ignorance or delusion, no understanding. We live in the past experience. This is the cause of suffering. As soon as we remember something, if we have full awareness, now I read my mind just now, we can remember anything. Memory is not a fault. Memory is not the fault. Buddhism never says that you have to forget your past or future. Buddhism never says. Don't misunderstand. Memory is not the fault. What is the fault? Fault is delusion or ignorance. What is the ignorance? As soon as we think something, our mind suddenly goes to the past and we live in the past experience. For example, when you watch a video or movie, then you are in front of a television and you watch a movie or video. When you watch the video, those people who role the play in the video, still are they playing? Now they have finished. Now sometimes they are sleeping, they are eating, they are having bathing. Now they do another thing. But when you are in front of the movie, you think that now they are here. Actually, we are watching a previous incident. Our entire life also like that. We are people who are watching a video, who is recorded in previous year or many other years. Not only last week or yesterday or last year, believe that. Just now, if you listen in this voice, when you listening and when you understand my voice has ceased. It is also like watching a video, not a difference. We have 6 senses. One is mind. Mind is just now, but other 5 are when we get our other 5 experience through 5 senses. Ear, nose, eye, other things. When we get other experience through other senses, when we understand it, it has ceased. When we understand something that we get through our other senses, then that experience has ceased. Now I read my mind. That is the nature of our experience. Little by little, with this understanding about impermanence, we develop this knowledge. Little by little, when we go forward with this knowledge, we try to keep our full awareness or attention or mindfulness in this moment. Therefore, Buddha explained, we have to practice, we have to develop only 2. Although there are a lot of doctrines or teachings in Buddhism, all of them can be divided, can be included into 2. What they are: mindfulness or awareness and wisdom or practicing impermanence. Mindfulness means we try to keep our full awareness in this moment about our body and mind. Wisdom means with concentrated mind, we think, we consider about impermanence, which is arising and ceasing. Our success, our happiness, our progress, our proficiency completely depends on how much we have developed mindfulness and wisdom. Not know our children or financial situation or our figure, those are not the reasons whether we happy or not. Our happiness, our success, our peace, our real peace completely depends on how much we have practiced, how much we have developed our mindfulness and impermanence. This is the Buddha's message. In this situation, there are many doctrines in Buddhism. There are many things about karmic law, Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path, mindfulness. There are many teachings in Buddhism found in this situation. Okay? Now we are going to discuss one of them. In the tree of this Buddha's message, now we are going to one of them is karmic law. Karmic law. It relates to here, but we can relate it here too. Okay? Karmic law. That is a very special topic in Buddhism. Buddha explained us, we have to remember, we have to reflect always about 5 things in our day-to-day life. As a successful person who is the peace of mind, we have to think about 5 things every moment, every day. What they are. One of them is that Vyadi Dhammo Vyadi Anasitoti Abhinhan Pashyati Dhammam. I am subject to become sicknesses. My body, any time we are faced to some kind of sicknesses. That is our life. That is the nature of our life. If we have this understanding, we don't worry when we sick. We have already practiced this message, and when we are sick, we know very well, now I have this understanding. Any disease can come to us. This is the nature of our physical body. We can control it sometimes. Even doctors can control their body. This is one of the things that we have to think about. It is not optimistic. Pessimistic or optimistic? Asubhavadi? Asubhav negative path? Pessimistic. Pessimistic. Optimistic, good. Pessimistic. It is not pessimistic. If we have this knowledge, we do a lot of things when we are healthy. On the other hand, when a person is sick, we help them because we know very well. We also can become this situation. When we help others who are sick, then we generate our mind, we generate our positive spirit. Then it helps us to not to become sicknesses. That is one of the results that we get through this understanding. Among those 5 things, first of all, we have to think, any time I may become some kind of sicknesses. Not only me, but my close relatives and friends also can become this situation anytime, anywhere. This is the nature of the life. The second thing that we have to investigate or reflect every moment, that Jara Dhammo Jarananatitoti. It means little by little we are going to old age. Whether we like or not, whether we believe or not, this is the nature of our life. Every moment we are reaching to the stick. This is the nature of the life. The third one that we have to remember, we are subject to die. We don't live forever. One day we have to say goodbye. Then this is the nature of our life. If we have this understanding, before the death we get the result through our life. not only feeding our children, not only earning money, not only preparing some material things or properties, but we try to develop our spiritual energy, positive thoughts. We accumulate, we earn the real wealth. And also, when we become this situation, we don't worry if we have this understanding. These are not pessimistic. There are three things we have to reflect on it again and again in our day-to-day life. What they are? First of thing, we may become sicknesses, and we are subject to become old age, and we are subject to die. The fourth one is, everything that we have one day, we have to give up. Everything that we have now, one day they go away from us. Not only external things, but even our physical body. One day we have to remove it. Then, how do we believe, how do we trust in our children or other things? Even we have remove our physical body. This is the nature of the life. If we have this understanding, we have earned, we try to earn the special thing which we never remove. Among the removable things, we accumulate, we earn the unremovable things. This is the advantage with this understanding that we do. That is the fifth one. We have to think it again and again in our day-to-day life. If we have this understanding, when we have to go away from some persons or some situation, we don't worry, because we have developed our attitude. We have generated the positive thoughts. We develop our personality to face those problems when we face these kind of difficulties, challenges in our life.
I'm sorry. So number one was sickness, number two was old age, number three was death, and number four was everything we have now goes away from us. And I'm sorry, I missed number five.
Yes, now I am going to explain the five things, or fifth one. Fifth one is our topic. Although we give up everything, there is one special thing which never goes away from us, which is the karmic law, karmic energy that we accumulated. It says that in first page, I am the owner of actions, karma, the inheritor, the origin, the relation and refuge of actions. Whatever actions I perform, whether good or evil, I will be their inheritor. This must be reflected upon again and again by one who has gone forth. Again and again we have to think, although we remove all things that we have as physical things, but only things that we have accumulated as positive or negative feelings or thoughts, that is the only thing that we have as our dowry. This is our real dowry. This is our real relative. Who never goes away from us. Like our shadow, they come following us even after death. If we have this understanding, every moment we try to develop the positive thoughts in our mind. We don't give a chance to come for negative feelings to our mind, because you know very well, with the understanding of karmic law, if we do bad deeds, we have to face the same results, negative results. That is why in Buddhism, there are a lot of teachings about the karma. Especially, all karmic energies can be divided into four. First, we can divide that into two, good and bad. Again, we can divide them into 4. In page 4, it says, there are some karmas that are black with consequences, black results. In Buddhism, it always explains that black and white. Black means kanha. In Buddha's language, in Pali, it says kanha. Kanha. A black and white. White means sukla. Sukla means white. Black means evil. White means good or merit. There are some karmas that are black, which consequences black results, such as ill will, greed, jealousy. Those are the ideas, attitudes which brings black results, negative results. With the result of these actions, some beings are going to hell. Realm. There are several realms that we are born according to our karmic energy. One of them is the hell. Hell can be divided into 4 especially. There are many variations in the hell according to Buddhism. One of them we can see in our day-to-day life, animal realm. There are 4 realms in the hell. And they are born there because of black karma, so evil. The second one is there are some karmas that are white, which consequences white result. Sukham sukha vipakam. It means there are some completely pure karmic energies that bring the positive or white results. Only fruitful results. It says Buddhism in heavenly realm and Brahma realm. They have no old age, they have no sicknesses there. Their entire life is with good. But it is also impermanent. But they have only good feelings physically, but mentally sometimes their mind goes towards. But useful, especially in the Brahma realm, they have only positive ideas. Their mind is very pure. They have no desire because of in the Brahma realm they have no sex differences. Only one thing. Because they have overcome desire some kind of period. And there it says there are some karmas, there are white, which consequences white results. The third one, there are some karmas that are black and white, which experience black and white results. Kanna sukha vipakam. Where is it? Where is it? Black and white. Completely black are in the hell. Completely white in the heavenly realm or Brahma realm. Where is black and white? Here in the human realm where we are. Here we can see both of them. Actually, it is a good opportunity to understand the world reality. When we are completely in negative feelings, it is very difficult to go practice some kind of doctrines in a path of liberation, because they have very difficulties. If somebody has a very completely luxury life, they are with them. They also sometimes can practice some higher doctrines in the higher level. We are very lucky. Although we have some difficulties like old age, sicknesses, death, but we can compare our life, good and bad. There are some beings who have a luxurious life and there are some beings who have painful life. We can compare them. We can overcome this suffering. That is why Buddha explained the messengers, like our old age is like a messenger. Sickness is like a messenger. dead body also like a messenger who realize, who announce us the challenges that we face in the future. Therefore, the human realm is a very good place that we can reach to a very successful destination by practicing this knowledge. There are another place that it is not actually such a place, it is a condition. The fourth one is, there are some karmas that are neither black nor white, where consequences neither black and white result. Where is it?
It's related to Dharma study because it's...
Yeah, it relates to enlightenment. Yeah, it is the highest level. You know, when we do negative, evils, then we think, we live with those ideas. We live in delusion. And also, when our mind is with good and bad, with evil and merit, there also we think this world is a certain place. On the other hand, even in heavenly realm and Brahma realm, they also think that the world is a certain place. They never consider the impermanence. But in this fourth level, it has a difference. Other three levels, they think that the world is ever. And also before they come to the world, there was a world. When they departed, the world remains. Even the Mahabrahma, even gods, they think this position, this understanding. They think before we come to the world, there was a world. When we will die, after we die, the world remains. This is also truth, but it is truth only in the conventional truth. Buddhism explains the both truths, that conventional truth and ultimate truth. According to conventional truth, it is true, but when we go to the highest level, which is ultimate truth, what is the nature of the life? What is the nature of the world? The world arises when we are sensitive, when we open our eyes, when we open our ears. In this moment, every moment we create the world. Every moment it sees that we created. When we see something, that is our world. When we think something, that is our world. When we hear something, that is our world. When we taste something, that is our world. At that moment, we have only one experience once. Be sure. We may think that we have 6 senses experience at the moment, but we have only one experience once. When you think your home, you are an owner of a house. When you think your mom, you are a son or daughter. When you think your children, you are a mom or dad. When you think your certificates, you are a graduated. When you think your vehicle, it is now on the way. We have only one thought once, that is our life. Except this, we have nothing. We have only this thought. When we consider a very long river, sometimes a river can be 5 miles, 10 miles, 100 miles, 1,000 miles. But how long how long a river? Only one drop of water. Even though we live 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, our life is only the second. Our all past, previous experience is past. Our future doesn't come to it. We have only the present moment. But because of no understanding, we mostly live in the past or future. We have lost the happiness living in the present moment. Buddhism guides us to live in the present moment with the pure mind, with real happiness. It doesn't sound that we forget our duties or responsibilities. We do everything very well, better than we did before, after this experience. We never neglect our duties and responsibilities. We do very well them after this experience. Now we do our duties only with the material things. But after this experience, we help others not only materially, but we help others spiritually. That is also very important. Now we take care of our parents and our children only with food or something. After this experience, we give the foods for the mind. Now we give foods only for the belly or for the physical body. After that experience, we give them food for their mind. That is the real generosity. That is the real help that we can do, Although we do something, although we offer something to them as physical things, as material things such as vehicle or some clothes or some house, it is only one place or one thing. But when we do help, when we help them mentally and spiritually, then their mind is always, even they sleep, they dream with good dreams because of the practicing of the positive thoughts. Now we are active. Even we sleep. Although our body is silent, our mind is active. Our mind doesn't sleep. Don't worry. Even we are sleeping, our mind is dreaming. It arises according to our activities, what we do when we are awake. Then if we can generate these positive thoughts, especially we are discussing about the fifth one in karmic law. There are some karmas. There are some karmas that are neither black nor white with consequences, neither black and white results. What is that? Other three things, when we do some black karmas like evil, our mind is wicked, our mind is polluted, and also we think there is a world. When we do some merit, there also we have some delusion that we think there is a place. Now you can go to the Buddha and worship. Now your mind is very pure. But you think that before I come here, it was here. After I leave here, it is still here. This is the nature of the ignorance or delusion or unknowing of impermanence, unknowing of dependent origination. If we have understanding of this nature, we can worship Buddha, but this Buddha comes to our world when we think about it, when we go there, when we see it. We can generate positive thoughts. With this understanding, don't worry, we don't go away from doing medicine. We do medicine, but we do everything with this understanding. Now you are bringing some foods for the Mahasangha. There are monks in the temple. Now we are preparing some foods for the monks. But your mind is very pure. Your mind, you are decorating your mind with positive thoughts, with medicine. But still you have ignorance that you think there are monks in the temple. Then that is the thing. You have no understanding of impermanence. If we have this understanding, we know very well our monks, our world of months arises when we think about them, when we see them, when we hear about them, when we get experience through our senses. At that moment that experience arises. If we do some good deeds, positive thoughts, without this understanding, you can accumulate meritorious deeds. You can be reborn in the human realm or heavenly realm or Brahma realm. It is not a disturbance for rebirth in a Sugati or good life, but it is in the sansaric journey. You are not go away from the sansaric journey. You are in the circle. If we are trying to go away from the circle while we are doing meritorious deeds, we have to develop this special attitude as ultimate truth. The world that we have, that we experience, we arise, we create every moment in the present moment through our senses. If we have this experience, actually we completely live in the present moment. Now we have lost the interest of living in the present moment. As soon as we think something, our mind goes here and there. By practicing Buddha's message, especially in the fourth level, little by little we practice mindfulness and impermanence. Then our success, our real happiness, our intelligence, our wisdom depends on how much we are clever to remind or focus about this message, about this understanding. In karmic law, we are here because of the result of good previous karmas, and we can be happy. There are some people in the world who are blind, who are deaf. Among them, we are so lucky. On the other hand, we are so lucky because we have a chance to listen to this message. Buddha said one day, even somebody has no hands and legs, but he has a good memory and hearing. Although he has no legs and hands, but if he has intelligence and good hearing, and also if he has the chance to listen to this message, he is so fortunate, even though he has no legs and hands. On the other hand, if a person is a king in a country, if he has no chance to listen to this message, he is not lucky. He is not fortunate. And we are so fortunate, we are so lucky. Be happy, even though you have no other facilities, even though you have no other successful things in your life, even if you have to understand this message and listen to this message, you are so lucky. Everything that we have earned in our life, when we keep in one side, then when we put other side Dhamma, the Dhamma is heavier than other things we have accumulated in our entire life. And this is the only way that we reach to the real happiness. And day by day, try to avoid negative thoughts and evil that we do with wicked mind. Little by little, try to do it. Especially on this path, at the very beginning, Buddha explained, we have to practice loving kindness. That is the first thing that we do in the name of inner peace. If someone doesn't practice loving kindness, he is not the only path of liberation. The first step that you are on the path of the liberation is practicing loving kindness. We mostly suffer because of anger, because of ill will. That is the main thing which disturbs our peace of mind. We do everything in the peace of mind. if we like to become the real happiness, the first step that we practice in loving kindness. Little by little, it is so difficult sometimes if somebody has done some bad deeds to your life. It is very difficult to overcome. It is very difficult to forget. But we should not forget. But we should be ready to forgive. Buddhism never says you to forget. But by practicing this understanding, loving kindness, we try to forgive them. You know, when we angry with a person, we mostly think his or her physical body. After he dies, his physical body remains. What we were angry to? After he or she dies, whom we are angry, his or her physical body remains. Then, actually, on the other hand, he lived because of his mind. When his mind goes away, he is not a person, it is a dead body. On the other hand, if he angry with his mind, mind is invisible. We can't touch it. We can't hit it. Then finally, what about we are angry? We are angry with our own mind. Whether we believe or not, this is the truth. This is the ultimate truth. But in the primary level, there are a lot of techniques, little by little, how we overcome this our negative feelings. But sometimes it is difficult, we believe it. But if we are on the way continuously, little by little, we can go forward in the path of liberation. It is a clear path. Anybody can do if we have enough courage. You know, by born, we have brought a good energy to become this situation. We are so lucky. Even we were very poor or rich, we are so lucky. We have that kind of energy in our mind, what we like to achieve. And when we listen to this message, day by day we go forward. We don't depend on outside. Now we are depend on our properties, our children, our relatives. Buddhism advises us to become the freedom without depending others. Now our success, our happiness brings from outside. When our children are successful, we are happy. When our house is very clean and beautiful, we are happy. When other persons appreciate us, we are so happy. Now we are dependent on outside. He who depends outside, who is he? He is a beggar. Always, he wants something. He earns everything from outside. Although we are very rich, if we are dependent on outside, we are like beggars. Buddhism advises us to go away from the yes. Buddhism explains us the real freedom, real liberation, liberty. And if we have real liberation or freedom, we are not dependent on outside. We associate others. We don't go away from them. We do our responsibilities and duties. If we study, we do it very well. If we work, we do very well it. But we know very well our real happiness depends on my attitude, my vision, my understanding. Therefore, day by day, we go forward with this understanding. We know very well, even I have children, one day they go away. After they married, they go away. Someday my parents will die. and someday my physical body will go to old age and weaknesses. And if I have developed our attitude or vision, that understanding doesn't go to old age or sicknesses. It is very strong. Even we are in the old age, this understanding, this spirit, this personality help us not to become sicknesses, not to become suffering. That is the advice Buddha explains us day by day. In this understanding about the karmic law or action and its reflection, this is the teaching that although Buddha explained, this is not his creation. He explained the world reality. He discovered it by himself. And there is no anything that he created here. Everything that he explained is the truth in the world. Whether a Buddha appeared or not in the world, this truth is ever. We respect to the Buddha because he analyzed, he discovered this knowledge by himself, and also he explained it to the world very kindly. Okay, with this understanding, little by little, we go forward with this knowledge. First of all, we go away from the evil, and the other side, we develop the positive thoughts in our life. As practicing generosity, practicing morality, practicing meditation. Those are the meritorious deeds which help us. We have become this situation because of our previous positive thoughts, meritorious deeds. If we didn't do like this kind of meritorious deeds, we would have no this kind of good life. And also, spending this life, we have to accumulate more merits in our life. When we do merits, actually, we receive many things. Not only merit, but when we always in the meritorious position, if we are always ready to do something as meritorious deeds, then we receive the good friends who explain the Buddha's message. This is the most important thing that we receive by practicing good deeds. All good deeds depends on gratitude. Buddha explained, whatever there are things as good deeds in the world, all of them can be divided, can be included into one thing, which is gratitude. In Buddha's language it says, Kevala hesa bhikkhave sappursa bhumi yadidam katanyota katavedi. Every good things, deeds in the world depend on gratitude. Gratitude is the very first quality that we have to develop little by little. Gratitude. When you are here, a lot of people are helping behind you when you are here. Now some people are preparing something for your dinner or for your breakfast, for your food next day. Some people are working on the road. Some people are making vehicles for you. Some are preparing some clothes for you. Some are supplying water for you. Many people in the world, when you live here, are helping for you. And we should pay our gratitude for them. And also, we also have to do something for the world, for the future generation. That is one of our duties. And especially we should be grateful. Gratitude is a very primary level qualification, so virtue that we have to accumulate in our day-to-day life. Okay? On the other hand, day by day, we have to develop our vision about the impermanence or dependent origination. That is the unique in Buddhism. any other place we can say this message. This message only in Buddha's message. And by practicing these all things, we practice only two, that mindfulness and wisdom. So for that we have to practice concentration meditation or samatha meditation, and insight meditation or vipassana meditation. For that, first of all, we should have virtue or morality or discipline in our speech and behavior. That is very important. If somebody wants to succeed in insight meditation or vipassana meditation or understanding of impermanence, he has to develop concentration or tranquility. For the concentration or tranquility, we should have a good discipline in our speech and behavior. If somebody wants to develop a good discipline, he has to develop his right understanding or samadhi. If somebody wants to develop samadhi or right understanding, what he has to do? Listening to this message and wise investigation or yoniso manasikara, wise reflection. Both of them are very important. Okay, this is the path that Buddha explained. If you have any question, you can ask. Okay. You can read more this article and you can improve your knowledge by reading this handout. This is for you and for your understanding. Every week we prepare a handout, and also as you are free, you can participate to this class, and anytime you are invited. Everything is free for you, for your success, for your happiness. Okay. Now we are going to transfer these merits to our beloved relatives who are departed. As usual, as Buddhist tradition, after every meritorious deed, we transfer these merits to our departed relatives. That is our tradition. Okay, now we are going to do that. And first of all, you came to the temple very faithfully, and first of all you observed 5 precepts, and you respected to the Buddha, and also you meditated, and with pure mind you listening to Buddha's message. By accumulating all of these meritorious deeds, we generate a lot of merits. By the power of all these merits, may our departed relatives attain good life, and may they receive good life, and may they attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's transfer these merits to our beloved departed relatives. Reciting the Pali stanza. Idam me ñātīnam hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnam hotu sukhitā hontu. Idam me ñātīnam hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. By the power of all these merits, may guardian deities and angels also receive these merits. May they keep their eye on you too. May they also attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's transfer these merits to guardian deities and angels too. Recite in the Pali stanza. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devānāgā mahiddhikā. Puññantaṃ anumoditvā cirang rakkhantu sāsanam. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devānāgā mahiddhikā. Puññantaṃ anumoditvā cirang rakkhantu desanam. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devānāgā mahiddhikā. Puññantaṃ anumoditvā cirang rakkhantu tvaṃ sadā. Okay, by the power of all these merits, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no problems come to you, may no difficulties come to you. May all success meet with you. By the power of all these merits, may all of you attain final bliss of liberation. May the Triple Gem bless you. දුක්ඛම් පන්තාච නිදුක්ඛා භයම් පන්තාච නිබ්භයං සෝකම් පන්තාච නිස්සෝකා හන්තු සම්බේපි පානිනෝ දුකින් පෙළෙන සත් දුකින් මිදෙත්වා බියෙන් පෙළෙන සත් බිය නැති වෙත්වා සොවින්ත වෙන සත් සොම්නස් වෙත්වා නිතින් මේ හැම සත් සුවපත් වේවා. Okay, may the people bless you. Thank you for your coming.